Now that Minnesota Governor Tim Walz is the official VP nominee for Kamala Harris, the Republicans are going to come after him. And I'll tell you exactly what they're going to say. Regarding Tim Walz's response during COVID, a lot of Republicans suggest he was a tyrant because he shut things down, restricted movement, he had the mask mandates. Oh, damn that Tim Walz for responding to a pandemic. The fact of the matter is Minnesota was one of the better states in terms of handling COVID, getting out of the mess quicker and having fewer people die, and that was due to Tim Walz's response to the problem. But the other thing you have to consider, and something I've said before to Republicans and it makes their heads explode, Tim Walz would have never had to do any of that shit had our president, Donald Trump, done his fucking job. Instead of telling us it's a hoax that'll go away when it's warmer and getting rid of the plan book, the strategy book, and the people, the committee to handle pandemics, he just disbanded them. If he hadn't done that, all this draconian stuff, the shutting down of businesses and restricting travel and mask mandates would have never had to happen. Tim Walz didn't make COVID happen. He didn't make COVID a mess. He took what he had to deal with and made the best of it. And he was successful with it. So they can say whatever they want about him being a tyrant, but he only did what he had to do, something Donald Trump refused to do. Now, the other thing they'll say is, well, he really shit the bed when it came to the George Floyd riots. He let Minneapolis burn. Well, that's not exactly true either. See, Minneapolis has a mayor, and that mayor has jurisdiction over the city. And Tim Walz really can't do anything in that city until he's asked to do something with the National Guard. And that's what happened. Republicans would make you believe that it's like Mad Max in Minneapolis. I live in Minneapolis, and that's not the case. They're just hyping this thing up. Sure, it was a mess when it happened, but remember, we watched a black man being murdered on the streets of Minneapolis on videotape. This video was seen worldwide, and people were angry because there had been a lot of problems with the Minneapolis police with the black community. So people were mad and they came out and protest. What we also know is that there were a lot of these Trump-la-fuck conservative people out there stirring things up. While it was just a protest, they'd come out and break windows and do this sort of thing and stir things up. And then we get a mob mentality. The fact of the matter is Tim Walz reacted appropriately. The only way he could act in that situation. And to suggest that he let Minnesota or Minneapolis burn is fucking stupid.